What we have to talk about today. We're going to be touching on the Chinese supermarkets where it's set to not allow Nigerians come buy items, or Nigerians are not even allowed in there, although that supermarket is said to have been shut down now. Then we're also going to talk about the state police debate yesterday. We saw where the Inspector General of Police, was disagreeing with the president on that matter. We'll be having that conversation. And then we're also going to look at the dimension of tackling the matter of crude oil theft. The government is looking at bringing in technology at addressing that matter. But first, let's take this story where troops of Operation Lake Sanity, the third under Operation Hedenkai, have discovered ISWAP terrorist bread-producing factory in Meisani, Timbuktu Triangle in Damboa local government area of Borno State. Now, intelligence sources say the discovery was made by the combined troops of 199 Special Forces Battalion in conjunction with hybrid forces and civilian JTF during its exploitation into the terrorist den on Sunday. Now, the sources said that the factory was destroyed, while items recovered include 2 listed generating plants, 1 baking machine, and several baking materials. It's an interesting discovery, and we must rather commend those members of the Operation Hadinkai, but also commend the military in general, especially for this discovery. It's a good one, and that the fact that they were able to destroy that, one can only wonder how many other discoveries they would have made as it is with regards to this. This is a step in the right direction, talking about destroying of this bread-making factory. It goes to show that these persons are well organized. They are developing industries, knowing that government over time have tried to destroy their sources of getting food and every other thing as it is. They are now deciding that, we're going to be doing these things ourselves. They have some level of intelligence to do some of these things. They learn these things and then they practice it as it is.
Yeah, know that these places are usually referred to as ungoverned territories because this country is very, very large, and especially the border areas where you have Nigeria, Sokoto bordering another country. You have Nigeria bordering another country, etc. So most people, and the vast expanse of land gives, that, impetus to this to these people to, to thrive, and all of the vegetations and all of that we're able to hide. So it shows that we are the kind of onslaught the Nigerian Army, the military combined, given against these people is actually yielding result. You know what it takes to build an oven, a bread factory. You have time to do all of those, and then you have time to bake. You have time to assemble all of this, including lister generator. It's not even mobile generator. It's a lister which is very, very large and then works on diesel. So it shows these people are well established. They have their own government. They have their own lifestyle. They have their own community, their own villages.
Perhaps they are selling it to the people.
Yes, of course. And there are some among them who will still come outside, for commerce, for intel and all of that. So it's good that we are giving them this. This kinetic approach to fighting terrorism is actually yielding result. And the news is coming against the backdrop of the president, inaugurating the anti-counterterrorism, Africa counterterrorism, so to speak, summit, being held in Abuja. So we want to see the government, taking the battle to the Boko Haram, the Boko Haram fighters, or what do we call them? The Boko Haram terrorists. They're not fighters. The Boko Haram terrorists, all of the terrorists combined with the bandits, with the kidnappers, whatever name, whatever manifestations they come up with. So it's better we ensure that we take this fight against them, we decimate them, we bring them to their knees, and then we make them surrender so that we'll have peace in our lands.
Yes, and it must be said that according to the report that these persons that have this factory are said to be groups of terrorists who are mostly responsible for attacks, ambushes, and IED mine incidents targeting the Damboa roads, Damaturu, Maiduguri, main supply routes, attacks that is towards Askira, Rate Buniyadi, as well as the destruction of high-tension transmission line connecting Borno and Yobe states. It's also good that this is quite an encouraging news, it must be said, but more still needs to be done, especially with intelligence gathering and also ensuring that this intelligence is used appropriately to address or avert incidents that could have happened, because we know how we record the number of records we get when they strike as it is. So it's a good one, and we can only encourage our military personnel to keep up the good work. They know that Nigerians are supporting them as it is. Importantly, government also showing more support, what they need, giving them, ensuring that well, they are well taken care of, as well as their families. We know that government is doing its best, but more can be done to encourage them, because it's not easy to carry out this kinds of work and not get the needed support as it is.
That's right. And then the government needs to continue funding them and giving them the matching order, because I have a friend in the military who, back in the day, just like 2, 3, 4 years ago, I think 3 years ago.
He's no longer in the military?
No, he is.
Okay.
He is. So he had been to the, to the war against Boko Haram. He said, we know these people, we know their community. In fact, we reside in the same community with them, and they will not strike except they get the order from their leaders. So if they don't tell them to attack them and they go ahead and attack these Boko Haram people, then they will just leave them to their fate, because they will say, they didn't give you the order. So it's good we have this, the goodwill, just the goodwill, the political will, the willingness to fight these terrorists and ensure that we do not in any way condone them. So, and then just like you said, taking care of their families, the fallen heroes, ensuring that we're safe in our country. We sympathize, we condole their family, and also we want the government to ensure that they do the right thing for them, because
absolutely,
we deserve it.
All right, we have to leave the conversation here now and bring you the news update. President Bola Tinubu